Alright friends, I'd like to welcome you back to another video. If you're new, my name is Adam and I've built a 7-figure social media management / content creation / consulting agency over the last 3 or so years. And the primary focus of this YouTube channel is to help you whether you are just starting out in the make money online space and you want to start earning through appointment setting or your own social media marketing agency, or if you already have an agency, a freelance business or a coaching business, I will hopefully teach you how to scale that. Now, one of the most commonly asked questions I get is, Adam, how much do you charge? And then what does a package actually look like for your clients? So in this video, I'm going to break down an exact client proposal that I sent out a couple of years back for a $2,500 per month social media management client. I'm going to show you, of course, the price we charged, what was included, and the full breakdown of what we had to deliver to the client for them to be willing to pay that money. Now, before we do that, let's just talk about how to price your services, specifically social media management. There's a lot of people right now saying that social media management doesn't work and that it's not scalable, and let me just be the first person, if nobody's told you this before, that it is. And if somebody is telling you it's not, it's probably because they just had a different type of business. So if they grew a advertising or a lead generation agency, they're probably going to think that any other form of agency can't work. That's just a cognitive bias that we all have. It's called a confirmation bias. So if I have built a content and social media agency, of course I'm going to be more biased towards that, and somebody who built an advertising agency will be more biased towards that. So yes, it can scale. My agency scales to over 50K per month while offering content creation as a service, social media management, and some consulting. And to be honest, with the students we work with right now, social media management is still one of the key services that many of our students are offering. So when we look at the wins that we see from students on a weekly basis, a lot of them are, quite frankly, clients they've signed for social media management. It's very much a service that saves business owners a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of stress, a lot of hassle. And so although you may not be promising them a guaranteed return on investment or I'll get you X number of leads and then you pay me, you're still able to make the offer work. But a lot of this comes down to the pricing, the type of client you work with, and of course how you demonstrate the value. So to demonstrate the value of your social media management service, I don't want you to just pitch business owners on, hey, I'll save you time. Even if that's the thing you're going to essentially deliver, you're going to sell them what they want and then give them what they need. An example of this is using a really good case study showing how a client of yours or a business that you found online doubled their social media following in 30 days. And you're going to explain the strategies used and how you could potentially do the same for your client. That's what they want, right? They want to double their followers and hopefully double their business. And then you're going to give them what they need, which is actually creating good content, coming up with a good content strategy, posting the content, managing the page, and all the other things that come with that. So with that out of the way, we've one more thing to cover before I show you the exact package, the $2,500 per month social media management package. And that is pricing. Now, pricing is an incredibly important thing. I totally understand if you're trying to sign your first client, you feel like you need to know the exact price to charge and how to do it. The way I want you to think about pricing is I want you to begin with the end in mind. I don't want you to say, I'm going to charge X and then fill out the service to match X. What I want you to do is I want you to start with a price and then see if that price is actually scalable. For example, if you're deciding to charge $200 a month for full social media management, 1 post a day on their social media channels and daily management, even without running the numbers, I know that's too cheap. Because if you were to hire somebody to do the work that you're going to do, it's probably going to be very low margin. So look at it this way. Figure out, what do you need to do to deliver good social media management? You probably need 30 to 60 minutes a day managing the social media page. Let's assume you pay somebody $10 an hour to do that work for you. If you do an hour a day, that's $10 a day, that's $300 per month. If you're charging $500 a month, your margin is only going to be like 40%. So that's where pricing comes in. And that's why you need to begin with the end in mind. Set your prices based on not where you're at now, but where you're going to be. So if you're going to have a team and you're going to outsource everything, make sure you're charging enough now to make that happen. All right, I'm going to switch over to the laptop. I'm going to screen share, going to walk you through the exact client proposal we sent out for $2,500. Let's get into it. So this is the title of the proposal: Instagram community management and custom content creation. We have listed here what's provided by the client. So the client needs to give us guidelines and directions if needed for the content and community management. For example, if we are creating content, we want to get our client to approve the content before it goes live so that when it goes live, there's no issues. The client needs to give us a shareable folder, aka a Google Drive folder or a Dropbox, with any content that my agency, Engagency, can use in the community management and content creation services. So this means, again, this is putting the onus on the client, so that if we have not received any of their raw photos or photos of their product or whatever we may need to create content, that they need to give it to us. This is very important because in my agency, we have never provided UGC or photo shoots to clients. We have always told the client that they have to sort that themselves, and then they got to bring it to us and we'll use it in content. The client must provide us with any promotional or bonus material that will be included in any content creation services. For example, if they're running a sale on their products on the 14th of the month, they need to let us know and they got to give us the heads up and the content for that beforehand. Same goes, just to reiterate that, time and schedule to follow for any promotional launches or live Q&As that they may be hosting in the weeks. All right, here's what's provided by my agency. Now, if you look really closely, I actually have here, find a breakdown of hours and pricing below this section. I don't believe we give the full breakdown of hours, so we may have removed that, but maybe we forgot to remove it from this part. So first, custom content. This is infographics and captions created, scheduled and posted for the Instagram page, which is listed below. Content will be studied and analyzed on an ongoing basis to ensure posts are designed to reach the largest audience possible. And content can be based on specific product launches when requested by the client to promote more revenue generating activities. Okay, so again, this is saying when requested by clients, so that if the client is just expecting us to promote the sale that they're running, they need to let us know in advance that, hey guys, there's a sale running, let's post about it. Community management for the page listed below. This involves responding to DMs. This involves replying to comments, responding to DMs, and adding content to stories. This also includes directing followers to relevant product pages to boost sales. And promotional content provided by client can then be scheduled and managed. So here's the price. We have $2,500 as the monthly price, and this is for 3 client accounts, not just one account. So client account 1 is the highest paid of $1,200. This includes 30 infographics, and we say at least for the first month, based on this and this, and it's all done by us. Aha, I was correct. We do include the hourly breakdown for the community management. So we're saying to the client, because of the size of your page, because for this specific client, this was a big client account, they already had 80,000 followers, that we recommended we would spend at least 1 hour per day on the community management. For client account 2, it's only $800 because we're creating 15 infographics ourselves, and this is for one of their meal pages where they post about meals. And then 15 posts would be provided by the client. So they would send us the photos and we would just write captions and schedule the content. Actually, in client account 2, you'll see we dropped it to 45 minutes a day for community management. And client account 3 is only 500. Why is it only 500? Well, 2 things. One, we're doing 15 to 20 posts provided by clients. We're not creating any content. We're just taking what they give us, putting captions on and posting. And then finally, the community management is only 15 minutes per day. This is really important. If you're managing multiple pages from one client, I recommend you add this in. All 3 pages will be promoted / grown through all 3 pages, meaning that we will help grow the following on pages number 2 and 3 by leveraging the bigger sized page number 1. Because the page number 1 had 80k followers and the other client accounts were very, very similar in the same industry, we've told the client that we're going to use that big account to grow these other smaller accounts. Payment terms, so the payment plan provided by Engagency of $2,500 per month provided by the client. And this is where the client signs, confirm the payment will be made via preferred payment method at the beginning of agreed payment period. And then we include a non-disclosure. So there you have it, folks. That's the entire package. If you're doing this for just one page, then $1,200 a month is typically a price point that we have charged for multiple clients for this exact service. But make sure you change this, like we discussed earlier, based on if you're going to hire a team, make sure you have a high enough price to basically allow yourself to hire those people without killing your profit margin, and you should be good. There you have it, folks. That is the exact proposal we sent out. I hope this video has given you some value. I don't want you to copy that proposal word for word, and I don't want you to copy the pricing word for word. But I do hope you've actually learned something about how you go about pricing and my thought process behind this. I have worked with over 355 clients in my agency, and I've helped a couple hundred people do this very successfully in the last couple of years. If you feel like you might want my help, or you're just curious to see what we offer where we can guarantee your results, If you're a beginner, we can scale you to 1.5 to 5K per month in 90 days. And if you already have an agency, we can actually guarantee 10 new clients for your agency. If you want to check out those offers, go ahead and book in a call down below this video and we'll speak to you soon.